Welcome to my channel Truth Drama Stories. My name is Olivia Hayes. Today, I am going to tell you a story that still echoes inside my chest. A story about pain, a story about silence, and a story about the moment I realized love can have conditions. This story is about a girl whose parents refused blood for her surgery. They said it was because of her sister's birthday. But the truth was something far worse. I am that girl. It was a cold Thursday morning. The kind of morning where the air feels heavy before anything even happens. I woke up with pain in my stomach again. It wasn't normal pain. It was sharp. It twisted deep inside me like something was tearing. I pressed my hand against my side. I tried to breathe slowly. "Not again," I whispered. The room was quiet. The sunlight touched the edge of my bed. Everything looked peaceful. But my body was not. I stood up slowly. My legs felt weak. My vision blurred for a second. I grabbed the wall. "Mom?" I called softly. No answer. I walked toward the hallway. Each step felt heavier than the last. I could hear laughter downstairs. My mother, Margaret, was laughing. My younger sister, Sophie, was laughing louder. I stopped at the top of the stairs. Sophie was wearing a bright pink dress. She was spinning in circles. "It's perfect," Sophie said. "Everyone will love it." My mother smiled at her. "You deserve the best birthday," she said. I held the railing tightly. My voice came out weak. "Mom, I don't feel well." She looked up at me. Her smile faded slightly. But only slightly. "You always say that," she replied. Her voice was calm. Too calm. "This is different," I said. "My stomach, it hurts really bad." My father, Daniel, sat at the table reading his phone. He didn't look at me. "Take some medicine," he said. "You'll be fine." Sophie rolled her eyes. "Please don't ruin today," she said. "It's my birthday." Her words hit harder than the pain. I stayed quiet. I didn't want to ruin anything. I never did. I walked back to my room slowly. I sat on the edge of my bed. The pain grew worse. It spread across my stomach like fire. My hands started shaking. Something was wrong. Really wrong. I picked up my phone. My finger hovered over the screen. Should I call someone? Should I wait? I didn't know. Minutes passed. The pain didn't stop. It got worse. I couldn't breathe properly. Tears filled my eyes. I stood up again. This time, my legs gave out. I fell to the floor. The impact knocked the air out of my lungs. I gasped. My heart raced. "Mom!" I screamed. My voice broke. Footsteps rushed upstairs. My mother appeared at the door. Her eyes widened. "Olivia?" I couldn't move. "I can't breathe," I whispered. Her face changed. Fear appeared. Finally. "Daniel!" she shouted. My father ran in. He looked at me on the floor. For the first time, he looked scared. "What happened?" he asked. "I don't know," I said weakly. He picked up his phone. "We're going to the hospital," he said. Everything after that felt like a blur. The car ride was silent. My mother sat beside me. She didn't hold my hand. She didn't say anything. She just stared ahead. I watched her face. She looked worried, but distant, like her mind was somewhere else. We reached the hospital. Bright lights filled my eyes. Voices surrounded me. Nurses rushed toward me. They placed me on a bed. Someone asked questions. "Name?" "Olivia Hayes," my father answered. "Age?" 19. "Symptoms?" "Severe stomach pain," my mother said. Their voices sounded far away. A nurse held my hand. "You're safe," she said gently. Safe. I wanted to believe her. Hours passed. Tests were done. Blood tests. Scans. More questions. I lay there, staring at the ceiling. My body felt empty. My mind felt heavy. Finally, a doctor walked in. She was calm. Serious. Her name was Dr. Rebecca Collins. She looked at my parents first. "We need to talk," she said. Her tone made my heart stop. "What is it?" my father asked. She took a deep breath. "Olivia has internal bleeding." The words hung in the air. My mother froze. "What does that mean?" she asked. "It means she needs surgery," Dr. Collins replied. "Soon." My chest tightened. "Surgery. The word echoed in my mind. My father nodded slowly. Okay, he said. Do whatever you need. Dr. Collins hesitated. There's something else, she said. My mother stepped forward. What? Dr. Collins looked at me, then back at them. She will need a blood transfusion. Silence filled the room. A long silence. I looked at my parents. I expected fear. I expected concern. Instead, they looked at each other. My mother spoke first. Her voice was low. Is there another option? Dr. Collins frowned. No, she said. This is necessary. My father crossed his arms. He looked uncomfortable. How much time do we have? He asked. Not much, Dr. Collins replied. My heart pounded. I watched them carefully. Why weren't they saying yes? Why were they hesitating? My mother looked at the floor. It's Sophie's birthday today, she said quietly. I blinked. What? Dr. Collins looked confused. I understand, she said carefully. But this is urgent. My father rubbed his forehead. We promised her today would be special, he said. The room started spinning. I felt cold. Very cold. Dr. Collins spoke firmly. This is Olivia's life. My mother's eyes filled with tears. I know, she whispered. But she didn't say yes. She didn't say no. She just stood there, frozen. I felt something crack inside me. Not physically. Emotionally. I spoke softly. It's okay, I said. My voice barely existed. They looked at me. I don't want to ruin her birthday, I whispered. My mother cried. She walked toward me. She touched my arm. But her touch felt unfamiliar. Like she was touching a stranger. You're not ruining anything, she said. But her voice wasn't convincing. Dr. Collins looked at them both. Her eyes were sharp now. This cannot wait, she said. My father stayed silent. My mother stayed silent. Seconds passed. Each second felt like a lifetime. I stared at their faces. Waiting. Hoping. Begging without words. Then my father said something I will never forget. Can we have some time to think? Think. Think? About what? My life? Dr. Collins didn't answer immediately. She studied them. Then she nodded slowly. I'll give you a moment, she said. She walked out. The door closed. The room became quiet again. Too quiet. My mother wiped her tears. My father avoided my eyes. I felt invisible. Like I wasn't even there. Dad, I whispered. He didn't respond. Mom? She looked at me. Her eyes were broken, but still unsure. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. I was not their priority. Not today. Not ever. My stomach pain returned stronger. I gasped. My body trembled. My mother panicked. Daniel, she said. She's getting worse. He nodded nervously. I know. But he didn't move. He didn't decide. He just stood there, frozen between two daughters. One healthy, one dying. I closed my eyes. A single tear rolled down my face. I thought about everything. Every ignored pain. Every forgotten moment. Every time Sophie came first. I remembered my last birthday. They forgot the cake. They said they were busy. Busy planning Sophie's school event. I told them it was okay. I always said it was okay. Because I didn't want to be difficult. Because I didn't want to lose them. But now, lying on that hospital bed, I realized something. I was losing them anyway. The door opened again. Dr. Collins walked in. She looked at my parents. Her expression had changed. She looked serious, concerned, and something else, something hidden. She stepped closer. Her eyes met mine. Then she said quietly, "There's something you need to know." Dr. Collins stepped closer. Her eyes were calm, but there was weight behind them. "There's something you need to know," she repeated. My heart beat faster. My mother wiped her tears quickly. My father straightened his posture. "What is it?" he asked. Dr. Collins looked at him carefully. "Olivia's condition did not start today," she said. Her voice was steady. "It has been developing for months." I frowned slightly. "Months? That's not possible," my mother said quickly. She never said anything. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. Because I had said something. Many times. Dr. Collins held a file in her hand. She came here 3 months ago, she said. My father froze. My mother's face went pale. She came alone, Dr. Collins continued. She was in pain even then. The room became silent. My mother looked at me. Her eyes were wide. You came here, she whispered. I nodded slowly. Yes. My voice trembled. I didn't want to worry you. My father spoke sharply. Why didn't you tell us? I stared at him. Because every time I tried, you didn't listen. But I didn't say it. Instead, I said softly, you were busy. Those 2 words carried everything. My mother covered her mouth. Dr. Collins continued. We recommended further tests, she said. But she never returned. I looked down. I remembered that day clearly. I remembered sitting alone in the waiting room, watching other patients with their families. I remembered calling my mother. She didn't answer. I remembered texting my father. He replied hours later. Busy. Talk later. Later never came. I thought it would go away, I whispered. My voice cracked. Dr. Collins's expression softened. But it didn't, she said gently. My father ran his hand through his hair. Frustration filled his face. Why didn't anyone call us? He asked. Dr. Collins paused. Then she said something unexpected. We tried. My mother looked up suddenly. What do you mean? Dr. Collins opened the file. We called the emergency contact number, she said. She looked directly at my father. It was your number. My father's face froze. The air left the room. You didn't answer, she finished. Silence exploded between us. My chest tightened. My father said nothing. My mother looked at him slowly. Daniel, she whispered. He avoided her eyes. I get a lot of calls, he said defensively. I didn't know. His voice wasn't convincing. Not to her. Not to me. Not even to himself. I felt something sink deep inside me. A quiet realization. I was never important enough. Dr. Collins spoke again. There's more, she said. Her voice was careful now. She looked at my parents. Then at me. When Olivia came 3 months ago, she said. She was already losing blood internally. My breath stopped. What? My mother said. Dr. Collins nodded. It was slower then, she explained. But it never stopped. My hands felt cold. That meant I had been bleeding inside for months. Walking, smiling, living, while slowly breaking. Why didn't she collapse earlier? My father asked. Dr. Collins looked at me. She endured it, she said simply. Endured. That word stayed in the air. My mother started crying again. She held my hand tightly now. But it felt late. Too late. I'm sorry, she whispered. Her tears fell on my skin. I stared at her. I wanted to feel comfort. I wanted to feel safe. But I didn't. I felt empty. Dr. Collins took a step closer. We cannot wait anymore, she said firmly. Her eyes moved between them. She needs surgery now. My father swallowed hard. My mother nodded weakly. But then, my father spoke again. What about the risks? He asked. Dr. Collins answered immediately. If we don't operate, she will die. The words were clear. Cold. Final. My mother gasped. My father looked shaken. But something was still holding him back. I could see it. Fear. Or something else. Blood. Transfusion is necessary, Dr. Collins added. She didn't soften it. She didn't hide it. She told the truth directly. My father turned away. He walked toward the window. His back faced us. My mother watched him. Waiting. Just like I was. Seconds passed. My heart pounded louder. Each second felt heavier. Finally, my mother spoke. Daniel, she said softly. He didn't respond. Say something. He stayed still. Then he said quietly. Sophie's party starts in 4 hours. My vision blurred. I thought I heard wrong. But I didn't. Dr. Collins's expression hardened. This is not about a party, she said. My father turned around slowly. You don't understand, he said. His voice was tense. We promised her. Promised her. My chest hurt more than my stomach now. My mother cried harder. This is Olivia, she said. Her voice broke. She is our daughter too. Too. That word cut deep. Too. Not first. Not equal. Just 2. My father looked torn. I know, he said. But he didn't move. He didn't decide. He didn't choose me. I felt something break inside me. Not loudly. Not visibly. But permanently. I released my mother's hand slowly. She noticed. She looked at me. Fear filled her eyes. Olivia, she whispered. I looked at the ceiling. The white lights blurred. I'm tired, I said softly. My voice felt distant. Dr. Collins stepped closer quickly. She checked my pulse. Her face became serious. She's weakening, she said. My mother panicked. Do something. Her voice was desperate now. Dr. Collins looked at my father. Waiting. Demanding. But he hesitated again. And in that moment, Dr. Collins made a decision. She turned to the nurse. Prepare the operating room, she said firmly. My father reacted immediately. Wait, he said. Dr. Collins faced him. Her eyes were sharp. She doesn't have time, she said. I am her father, he replied. His voice carried authority. Dr. Collins didn't flinch. And I am her. Doctor, she answered calmly. Silence filled the room again. Tension grew heavier. My mother looked between them. Terrified. Confused. Broken. I watched everything. But I felt far away. Like I was already leaving. Dr. Collins leaned closer to me. Her voice softened. Olivia, she said gently. I looked at her. You're not alone, she said. Those words felt different. Real. For the first time that day, someone chose me without hesitation. My eyes filled with tears. Not from pain, but from that simple truth. She stood up again. Then she said something that changed everything. She looked directly at my parents and asked quietly, Do you even know why she didn't tell you how much she was hurting? The question stayed in the air. Heavy. Sharp. Impossible to ignore. Do you even know why she didn't tell you how much she was hurting? My parents said nothing. My mother's fingers tightened around her purse. My father's jaw stiffened. Dr. Collins didn't look angry. She looked disappointed. She was protecting you, she said quietly. My mother's lips trembled. Protecting us, she whispered. Dr. Collins nodded. She said you were already stressed, she explained. She didn't want to be a burden. Burden. That word echoed in my chest. I remembered saying it. I remembered smiling when I said it. Pretending it didn't hurt. My father finally spoke. She's not a burden, he said. His voice was defensive, but weak. Dr. Collins looked at him directly. Then why does she believe she is? He had no answer. Silence exposed the truth. I closed my eyes. My body felt lighter. Too light. Like something inside me was fading. My breathing became slower. My mother noticed. Her voice broke. Olivia, stay with me. I wanted to respond. But it was hard. Everything felt distant. Dr. Collins turned to the nurse again. Move her now, she said firmly. My father stepped forward suddenly. No, he said. His voice was louder now. Everyone froze. He looked at Dr. Collins. You cannot proceed without our consent. Consent. That word felt like a wall. A wall between life and death. Dr. Collins stayed calm. She will die without it, she replied. My father swallowed hard. His hands trembled slightly. My mother cried beside him. He looked at her. She looked back. Fear passed between them. Fear of losing me. But also fear of something else. Something I didn't understand yet. I need air, he said suddenly. He walked out of the room. The door closed behind him. My mother followed him quickly. Daniel, wait, she called. And just like that, I was alone. Alone with strangers. Alone with truth. The machines beside me beeped softly. Each sound reminded me how fragile I was. Dr. Collins stayed beside me. She didn't leave. She didn't hesitate. She just stayed. Olivia, she said gently. I looked at her. Her face was calm, but her eyes carried something deeper. Concern. Care. Something I hadn't seen in a long time. You're very strong, she said. I shook my head weakly. I'm tired, I whispered. She nodded slowly. I know. Her honesty comforted me. For the first time. Someone wasn't pretending. Minutes passed. Then, I heard voices outside the door. My parents were arguing. Their voices were low, but I could hear enough. We can't cancel Sophie's birthday, my father said. She's dying, my mother replied. Her voice cracked. We don't know that, he argued. My chest tightened. He still didn't accept it. She needs blood, my mother said. Silence followed. Then he said something that froze my soul. What if something goes wrong? My mother didn't respond. He continued. What if we lose both of them? Both? What did that mean? My mind struggled to understand. My heart pounded faster. Dr. Collins noticed my expression. She looked toward the door, then back at me. Her face changed slightly, like she knew something. Something she hadn't said yet. The door opened again. My parents walked in. Their faces were pale. My mother looked broken. My father looked terrified. He avoided my eyes. Dr. Collins stood straight. We are out of time, she said firmly. My father took a deep breath. His voice trembled. Is there another way? Dr. Collins's expression hardened. No, she said. Clear. Final. My mother grabbed his arm. Daniel, she begged. He looked at her. His eyes filled with tears. Real tears. But still, he hesitated. I watched him carefully, waiting, hoping, begging silently. Then suddenly, a nurse rushed into the room. Her face looked urgent. Doctor, she said quickly. Dr. Collins turned. What is it? The nurse whispered something in her ear. Dr. Collins's expression changed instantly. Shock. Real shock. She looked at me, then at my parents. Her voice became very serious. Her hemoglobin dropped again, she said. My mother gasped. My father froze. Dr. Collins continued. She may not survive much longer without blood. The truth was now unavoidable. My mother cried openly. Please, she begged my father. Please save her. Her voice broke completely. He looked at me finally. Really looked at me. Our eyes met. For a moment, I saw fear, regret, and something else. Guilt. Olivia, he said softly. His voice trembled. I waited. He stepped closer. He stopped. The words didn't come. Because maybe there were no words left. My breathing became weaker. Each breath felt heavy. Pain faded. But that wasn't good. That meant my body was giving up. Dr. Collins leaned toward my father. Her voice was calm, but powerful. If you don't decide now, she said, you are deciding. The meaning was clear. Silence was also a choice. My father's hands shook. My mother cried beside him. Time was slipping away. I could feel it, like sand falling through fingers. I stared at the ceiling. My thoughts slowed. Memories appeared. Small ones. Simple ones. Mom brushing my hair when I was little. Dad teaching me how to ride a bike. Sophie holding my hand once when she was scared. There was love. Once. Somewhere. But it felt far away now. My voice came out as a whisper. It's okay. My mother cried harder. No, she said. It's not okay. But it was too late. I had already accepted it. Dr. Collins suddenly stepped forward. She looked directly at my father. Then she said something unexpected. Her voice was quiet, but it carried truth that would change everything. There is something else you need to know. My father looked confused. What? She hesitated for the first time. Then she said slowly. The blood she needs. She paused. Her eyes met his. Is the same rare type as Sophie's. The words didn't fully register at first. The blood she needs is the same rare type as Sophie's. Silence swallowed the room. My mother blinked slowly. My father stared at Dr. Collins. What are you saying? He asked. His voice sounded hollow. Dr. Collins held his gaze. I'm saying that Sophie is a match, she replied. A perfect match. My heart skipped. Sophie? My little sister? My father stepped back slightly. That's impossible, he whispered. It's not, Dr. Collins said calmly. We tested her during a school blood drive last year. It's in the medical record. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. Sophie had donated blood at school. I remembered that day. She came home proud. She said she was brave. We all clapped for her. But now That bravery stood between my life and death. She would only need to give a small amount, Dr. Collins continued. It's safe. Routine. Monitored. My father's face changed. Fear deepened. She's only 17, he said. She's healthy, Dr. Collins answered. My mother looked torn apart. You want us to ask Sophie on her birthday? She whispered. There it was. The real fear. Not religion. Not medical risk. Discomfort. Dr. Collins didn't soften her tone. I want you to save your daughter. Her voice was steady. She can still have a birthday. Olivia may not have another one. The room fell silent again. This time, the truth felt louder. My father looked at me, then at my mother, then at the door. Like he wanted to escape. Like decisions were too heavy. I can't force Sophie, he said quietly. Dr. Collins nodded. You don't have to force her, she replied. But you do have to ask her. Ask her. Such a simple thing. Yet it felt impossible to them. My vision blurred again. Voices became distant. I felt cold spreading through my body. Not dramatic. Just slow. Like winter moving into my veins. My mother noticed. She's fading, she cried. Dr. Collins turned to the nurse. Call Sophie, she ordered. My father reacted instantly. No, he said sharply. Dr. Collins faced him. This is not about comfort, she said. This is about survival. My father's voice cracked. What if she says no? The question sliced through everything. What if she says no? Dr. Collins looked at him with something close to disbelief. Then at least you tried. My chest tightened. Tried. That was all I ever wanted. For someone to try. My mother suddenly straightened. Tears streamed down her face. I'll call her, she said. Her voice shook. But there was strength in it now. Real strength. She picked up her phone. Her hands trembled as she dialed. The room waited. Every second stretched long. Then she spoke. Sophie, sweetheart. Her voice was soft. Gentle. I could hear Sophie's excited tone through the speaker. Mom, is everything ready? My mother broke. Her voice cracked completely. Sophie, Olivia is very sick. Silence on the other end. What? Sophie whispered. She needs surgery, my mother continued. She needs blood. Another pause. Then Sophie asked something simple. Is she going to die? My mother couldn't answer. She just cried. And in that silence, Sophie understood. Does she need mine? Sophie asked quietly. Dr. Collins looked at my mother. My mother nodded, even though Sophie couldn't see her. Yes, she whispered. There was no long speech. No drama. No hesitation. Sophie's voice came back steady. I'll do it. 3 words. Simple. Clear. I'll do it. My father closed his eyes. Tears finally fell. Not quiet tears. Real ones. The kind that come from truth hitting too late. Dr. Collins moved quickly. Prepare both rooms, she instructed. Everything shifted into motion. Nurses rushed. Machines beeped faster. My mother held my hand tightly now. I'm sorry, she whispered again and again. But this time, it felt different. Not empty. Not delayed. Just broken. My father stepped closer. He looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. Olivia, he said. His voice trembled. I should have listened. Yes, he should have. But there was no time to live in that truth. The doors opened. They began to move me toward the operating room. The ceiling lights passed above me one by one. Bright. Blinding. Endless. I felt fear. But also something else. Relief. Someone chose me. Not because it was convenient. Not because it was easy. But because it was right. Sophie arrived quickly. They wheeled her past me for a moment. She looked scared. But determined. Hey, she said softly. Her eyes filled with tears. Don't be dramatic and die on my birthday. A weak smile touched my lips. Wouldn't dream of it, I whispered. They took her one way. They took me another. The doors closed. And everything went quiet. When I opened my eyes again, the world felt different. Soft. Blurry. But alive. The first thing I saw was my mother. She was asleep in a chair beside me. Her hand still held mine. My father sat across the room, head down, silent. Sophie stood near the window, pale, but smiling. "You look terrible," she said gently. I smiled weakly. "So do you." She walked closer. "They said it worked," she whispered. Her eyes shined. "You're stuck with me." I felt something warm spread through my chest. Not pain, not weakness. Something stronger. Belonging. Dr. Collins entered quietly. She looked satisfied. "You're going to be fine," she said. Fine. Such a small word. But it meant everything. Weeks passed after that. Recovery was slow, but steady. Something else changed too. The house felt different. Quieter. More aware. My parents tried harder. They listened more. They asked questions. They noticed when I looked tired. It wasn't perfect. Trust doesn't repair overnight. But it began. And Sophie. She never mentioned her birthday again. Not in a bitter way. Not in a blaming way. Just quietly. Because she understood something now. Love is not measured by celebrations. It is measured by sacrifice. And that day, she chose me. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. And my father? He apologized properly one night. No excuses. No distractions. Just truth. "I was afraid," he admitted. "I didn't want to lose either of you." I looked at him calmly. "But you almost lost me anyway." He nodded. I know. That honesty mattered. It didn't erase the past, but it acknowledged it. And sometimes, that is the first step toward healing. Today, I carry a thin scar across my abdomen. It reminds me of survival, but it also reminds me of something deeper. Your life should never be an afterthought. Your pain should never compete with convenience. And love, real love, shows up when it's hardest. If you're listening to this right now, and you feel unseen, if you feel like your voice doesn't matter, I want you to remember something. You matter. Your life matters. Your pain deserves attention. Do not shrink yourself to keep others comfortable. Do not bleed in silence. And if someone hesitates to choose you, choose yourself. Thank you for listening to my story. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. This is Olivia Hayes, and you're watching Truth Drama Stories. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next story.